welcome to Scotty Hall on YouTube. I have to address something. I have waited. I have been patient. I've had enough. I have been nice to the point to where I cannot continue. Me of all people, I cannot continue to go through this anymore. When I first started out on YouTube about a year ago, I was a shooter. I was new. I was watching videos. And I was like, I can do this. I have an opinion. I'm going to try it. I'm going to start a channel and I'm going to try to get my opinion out there. I just want to be heard because I feel like I know a lot about wrestling. So I enter the YWC, which is a community that's tarnished. Everybody knows about it. And there is one person in that community that actually subscribed to me when I didn't know anything about this and I didn't know what to do or what I was getting into. And he actually subscribed to me, one of my first subscribers. But that quickly changed. His name is Charley Wolfcale. Charley Wolfcale is notorious in the YWC. If you haven't heard of him, you've heard about him. Either way, he's been around for a while. And he just has a reputation of just has a reputation. But I'll get into it in a minute. But Charley Wolfcale is his name. So he subscribes to me. He plugs my channel. He does everything saying that I'm a good shooter and stuff and great topics and everything like that. So what I didn't realize was that he was notorious for trolling pretty much. That's what he is. He's a troll. He doesn't know it. He's so far into it that he cannot come back out of it. He doesn't even realize that he's a troll. He's had like 7,000 accounts in the year that I've been on here. I was actually subscribed to him for a while, and I just got sick of it. His channels get canceled. He trolls, and I don't want to get into all that, but there is something that I have to tell you. I have to tell this audience that is watching this video. We had a dispute. This man actually goes on the internet and flip-flops and changes his direction every 10 minutes. But I'll get into it. I'll tell you what really happened. And I just want you to know that this guy is nothing but a flip-flopper and a troublemaker and a liar. And he's just Charley Wolfcale. 4 or 5 months ago, the WWE does what they always do. They do the breast cancer awareness, which is great. They raise money for a cure for cancer. And I think it's a great thing. I really do. They give partial proceeds of the money that they draw up from the WWE and the t-shirts that they sell and all that. You guys know what happens. So I go to Charley Wolfcale's channel because he makes a breast cancer and John Cena video like he always does. It's all he talks about is fuck John Cena, fuck this, fuck that. Half his videos, there'll be 30 minutes worth of just flip-flopping, and then out of the 30 minutes, 26 minutes and 30 seconds are the word fucking. That's all he says. But anyway, I go to the video, I watch it. And then he says that WWE is stupid for doing breast cancer awareness. And it's ridiculous. It's stupid. I'm tired of watching everybody wear pink. I'm tired of all this shit. I'm tired of that. Breast cancer sucks. Breast cancer shit. Breast cancer sucks. I hate it. So I feel like if I watch his video, if he's dumb enough to put his voice on the internet saying that breast cancer is stupid, I'm going to comment. It's my right. You put the video on YouTube. I view it. I should have a right to comment. So I comment on the video. I say, whoa, Charley, you are going way too far with this. You don't understand. WWE is really helping out. Breast cancer is not a joke. You cannot make fun of this. This is not the way to go about it. they are helping. It doesn't matter if WWE does it. It doesn't matter if anybody does it. It doesn't matter if they're wearing pink. As long as they're raising money, it's going toward the cause. And I said, you need to slow down with this, and you need to stop what you're saying, because it's not John Cena's fault and it's not WWE's fault. They're doing good, and you need to stop it, because you need to realize that maybe one day your family will need Susan G. Komen. So Charley, 2 days later, I get the god-awfulest message. This is before Google merged with it, and I'll get to that in a minute. I mean, this is when you got the straight comments. He comes off, and he says, well, you're taking up for WWE and blah, blah, blah this, blah, blah, blah that. It wasn't the comment that got me. I just said that you shouldn't say that. It was the video he made on me. The first video he ever made on me talking about me. It pissed me off to no end. He said that I was a ginger cunt, which I'm not. My beard is red. Big fucking deal. I have a redheaded mom. I mean, I'm not a ginger. And that's the first thing, is that he's wrong about. Fucking stupid. And he says that he's gonna call my ginger cunt ass out on a Google Hangouts. So he says, if I'm brave enough and I have the balls, I'm standing up. The video was titled, Standing Up to Breast Cancer and Scotty Hall's Bullshit. What bullshit? All I said is you may need Susan G. Komen one day. Don't you tell me how to live my life. Don't you tell me how to live my life. Don't say my mom and dad or my grandma was going to die. Don't ever do that. And he says, I'll kick your ginger cunt ass. I'll come down there, motherfucker, and have an RPG and blow your house up. What the fuck is that, man? I never even said nothing. All I did was comment on your video. I don't understand why you're going to come down here and blow me away over it. That's so fucking stupid. You see why people's got problems with you? That's why they have problems with you. Over a damn comment. It's ridiculous. So you challenge me to come to a Google Hangout. And then I accept. You sit there and you slander and you say Scotty Hall's a bitch. Scotty Hall's a fucking pussy. Scotty Hall won't ever come on there. He's a bitch ass, and you said the N-word. You called me a N-word, which everybody knows what that is, Charlie. You don't understand what you're doing. You don't know how much trouble you're causing, how much harm you're doing to the world by using that word with the color of your fucking skin. Do you realize that you're white? Do you realize that? You're setting a race back 1,000 fucking years, dude. It's bad enough the people that don't hate black people for you to sit there and say shit like that on a social media outlet. Fucking retarded. You got to realize that this goes all over the world. You're labeled as a fucking racist. Not to say what else you're labeled as, but we'll get to that. Anyways, I make the comment. He comes back at me. He says he's going to blow me up with an RPG and I'm a ginger cunt and I'm a bitch. And he calls my girlfriend a bitch. And that's first off. You done pissed me off there. All she was doing was taking up for me. Everybody on here knows. Everybody. Everybody that's ever been associated with me knows that I don't cause trouble. I don't do nothing on here. All I do is make videos for you all to watch. But when you said that, I said, fuck you. I will come to your Google Hangouts. You don't have the balls, Charlie, to say that to me face to face. So, I go to the Google Hangout. So, it's 6 p.m. on a Sunday. That's the meeting time. 6 p.m. I'll never forget it. It was like it was yesterday. Charlie is in a live broadcast. He's acting like he doesn't see my comments. Everybody can attest to this. He goes off and says that Scotty's Hall bitch ass didn't show up. I told you he ain't nothing but a punk. He's a bitch. He ain't gonna show up here and take it like a man and fucking talk to me and iron this out. And I'm sitting there writing comments on his live feed to tell him that I'm trying to get a hold of him. I called him probably 10 times and he did not answer. He did not answer. And then finally he seen it. Colt in the morning, and everybody can attest to this, that I wasn't scared of him, that I was trying to get in. And finally I got in. But you know what happened when I got in? I said, I thought you blocked me, because it said that I was blocked. And then he finally answered the phone. He called me and then it came through because I told him he had to add my username. I guess he thought it was just Scotty Hall, but I gave him my email address. So it comes through. And I said, the first thing I said to him while it was off the air, because he didn't want to record it for some reason, I said, "You're saying some pretty mean things about me, man. I thought you blocked me, but we'll get this over with. We'll start it." And then we started talking. We started talking about wrestling. And he said, hang on, I'll call you back. I want to record this. So he wasn't even recording it at first, but he recorded it. He called me back. And you know what out of all the things that he said right there, you know what happened? He can attest to this too. The first question out of my mouth, and Will Kenway, which his real name's Daniel, but I don't want to get into that. He might not want to know that. But Will Kenway was there. The first question that I asked him out of all this was, what is your real problem with the product of wrestling? I didn't even mention anything. That's how much respect and class that I had to go on his channel while he was slandering me, and I talked to him about wrestling. That's what I was doing. I didn't want to argue with him. I let it slide. So I went on his channel and I let him by with it. We had a wrestling conversation, and he actually went through with it, and I couldn't believe it. But it wasn't what I thought it was. But anyway, he talked back to me, and we talked about wrestling. We didn't even mention anything about it, and it just went on from there. And the thing is that we kept on talking and talking and talking, and then I went away. I went off the Hangouts, and we kept talking for a second, and nobody recorded anything. So everybody thought that we were going to argue on there, and we didn't, because I wanted to be classy on another person's channel. He invited me on his channel. So I figured that if he's not going to mention anything about it, then that makes him the punk-ass bitch. So I'm not the punk-ass bitch. I'm coming on his channel. If he's got a problem with me, he should have mentioned it on the air, but he didn't. So why should I attack him when I don't have a problem with him? And that's the thing I was trying to relate to him. I didn't have a problem with him. Anybody that saw that Hangout seen that I did not have a problem with him. I just wanted to let that know. I just wanted to let that out there, that I did not have a problem at that time with him. Then we come to the most recent event. They've started a Wolfpack channel. He is part of a group now. For the love of God, he's part of a group. So somebody actually decided to accept him. Reaper taking over, and I know he was blinded by him and didn't really know his background and everything, but he took him in because he pretty much begged him, because there was another guy, Ghetto Gamerson or something. I mean, you know, he was on there as a Wolfpack, you know, and he's an African American guy, and they somehow had a beef or a back and forth and everything, and he was saying that Ghetto Gamerson was trying to kill him or something, and that he come out and said the N-word again. So I leave a comment on his video, and I say that you are never going to learn. When are you ever going to learn? You got to just keep that name out of your mouth. You are white. Nowhere in this universe should you ever use the N-word, Charlie. You're not black. You're not African American. You are not. You are white. You cannot use that word. I don't understand where you get off thinking that you can. Just because you put an A at the end of it doesn't make it right. You cannot say that. You cannot do that. And then you get kicked out of the Wolfpack. You want to blame it on everybody. You go off and you call my girlfriend a bitch again for taking up for me. I don't understand where you're coming from. You got to realize that you're crying. You're literally crying on this video. You said Gamerson is done. His game is over. And you're crying because your channel got shut down. And then you shut the Wolfpack channel down according to them. I don't even know what's going on. But you're crying, saying that I was close to 100 subs. How the hell do you think you got those subs, man? You got to realize that when I went to that hangout, nobody in this world wanted to hang out with you. You, Charlie. Nobody. Nobody hung out with you. Who's the only one that hung out with you? Will. And you guys had a thing, I guess, was talking and stuff like that. But you got to realize that people saw me on there and they decided that, well, Charlie must have something good to talk about if Scotty went on his video. I mean, that you got to realize that I'm one of the main reasons that you had 100 subs. Not counting your sock accounts and the 20 accounts that you deleted. I'm not saying that I'm big or nothing, but Lord, my subscribers actually went to check me out on your hangout. You got to realize that. I don't understand where you don't get off understanding that. You cannot call black people, you cannot call them the N-word. You got to get that through your head. No wonder the man's pissed off at you. No wonder. You got to realize that you can't do that. Now, the last couple of minutes, I want to talk to you, Charley Wolfcale. You and I. The audience is free to watch if they want to. If they've made it this far, then they're interested in what I have to say. I am going to tell you one time to keep my name out of your mouth. I will let it slide one more time. This is the end of it, though. I am tired of your shit. You have had my fucking name in your mouth too many damn times. And I'm telling you that you need to shut the fuck up. This is me telling you that. And I will tell you face to face that you need to shut the fuck up. Because you are a flip-flopper. You are a fucking... You call me a ginger cunt. You're the only fucking cunt around. I mean, that is just straight up talk, real facts. I am tired of your shit. I've let you by with it for too long. I've been nice to you. I've let you have chances. I said it'll blow over. Let it go. It's just YouTube. But when you start attacking me personally, I'm going to come back to it. Let me tell the people, Charlie, how much of a life you really fucking have. You want to know how much aggravated I was with you on Google Hangouts? That the fact that Google Plus, when they merged with this fucking website, ruined the whole damn thing. Everybody knows it. But let me tell you how much of a thorn in my fucking side you were. I could not even work. My phone was so spammed with your shit, was just pitiful. I cannot stand it. I felt like throwing my phone in the fucking toilet and flushing it with your shit. Let me tell you all how many times, this is the only one that I'm going to acknowledge you all, the audience, on this section of the video. Let me tell you how much of a life this motherfucker has. He doesn't have one. From the time I worked all weekend long, I worked second shift, I want to tell you from Friday night at 3 o'clock till Sunday at 3 o'clock. You want to know how many notifications I got from Charley Wolfreich? That was the 40th account he's had. But take a wild guess at how many videos this motherfucker watched and commented on. Never once having anything to do with me or one of my videos. 423 times I got an email telling me that Charlie commented on a video in 3 days. He watched 420 videos from Friday to Sunday and commented on them. I didn't even have nothing to do with it. Charlie, you have no life. I could be like everybody else on here, come on here and call you stuff that I cannot justify. I cannot justify calling you. I can call you a fucking prick. I can call you two-faced. I can call you a backstabber because that's personal between you and I. But when have you ever heard me come on here and call you a fucking pedo? Call you a child molester? Call you all this shit that everybody else calls you? I don't do it because I don't know that about you. But what I do know about you is that you're a two-faced fucking cunt that you claim that I am. And you keep my girlfriend's name out of your mouth. And I'm fucking tired of your shit, man. I've let you go for too long. Fuck you, Charley. You are a bitch. You are a fucking bitch. You will not say nothing about it. You will never amount to anything. You already had too many chances with people. You ran over them, and you need to go to fucking hell, man. So fuck you. I cannot stand it. You will not ever come back from this. You will not ever show your face again, because if you show your hand out of the grave that I dug you and put the sand on, I will cut the fucking thing off like Evil Dead and put it back in there with you. Fuck you, Charley Wolfcale.